Hi, and welcome to Our Small Table. Today, because it's my birthday, we're making a Skillet chocolate chip cookie pizza, which I have topped with vanilla ice cream. Here's our finished dish. Let's see how we got here. Earlier in the year, we did a couple of recipes that called for making clarified butter. If you still have any left over, then you can use that. If not, you need to start out by clarifying your butter. Either way, it needs to be melted and it needs to be very hot because we're going to use that heat to melt the regular butter here. And in getting this over to the camera, I may have let it cool too much, but we'll see if we can get this to melt down quickly. Yeah, it's doing pretty well. There we go. And we'll just start adding our other ingredients and whisking them in. So our brown sugar and our granulated sugar. The vanilla. As I've said many times, my favorite ingredient. Now this next bit is a little bit unusual. You don't normally add an egg to something that's hot because it'll start cooking the egg, but we're going to whisk as we put that yolk in. And you just don't stop. That's why I'm using a fork this time instead of a spoon like I normally would with cookie dough, is because we need to be whisking as opposed to stirring. Okay, we're going to let that sit for just a moment while I add the soda and salt to our flour. And get that stirred through. The oven, by the way, is already preheated to 375 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're not going to grease the pans at all. We are again using our little mini cast iron skillets. Okay, now we go back to whisking here. It's still a little bit too hot for me to hold on to the edge here. We'll let it sit for another moment. The skillets may stick a little bit when it comes time to eat the cookie, but that just gives more opportunity to scrape at it and get every last little bit out. We use these same skillets to do the s'mores dip and really didn't have any problems with sticking. And one more time, we'll get this whisked. And now we will add our dry ingredients. Trying to avoid making a mess. Get that a little recentered better. And now I'll go ahead and use the spoon to make sure that I scrape up all the bits. And we will fold in our chocolate. And don't forget that since we're using 2 of these mini skillets, you're only going to press half of it into each one. But you want to do it fairly quickly because the batter is still quite warm from that hot butter, so the chocolate will be starting to melt already. So get it nicely pressed in, and I'll be doing the second one off camera because it's exactly the same, and we'll stick this into the oven and see how it looks. Okay, I pulled this a little bit early because the pan retains so much heat that I knew it would keep cooking at the end. And then I let it sit on a wire rack for about 7 minutes to cool. It's still very, very hot. I can't touch the pan, but we've added some ice cream, and I think that this looks like a great way to celebrate my birthday. Thanks for joining me at OurSmallTable. The recipe I've used today is linked in the video description and is available at OurSmallTable.com. We're still just at the beginning of our cast iron cooking series, so click subscribe so you don't miss the next one.